Okay,
But it's
go
probably
on.
just because like you don't see boys, right? So the moment you see boys, you're kind of like, oh. I guess that's the way to say it.
Shit, if he called you, he's probably gonna call my dad. And true enough, 30 seconds later, my phone rang. It was my dad. It was my dad, and I was like, oh god.
Hi, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Story of Things. My name is Kaho and I'm still your host, and today I'm joined by
Fiqah
And Kit.
Alright, and today we're going to be talking about crazy adventures we went on in high school.
We all have been through some crazy shit, right? in
Actually,
high
not
school.
me. I feel like I don't have much crazy adventures.
Nobody relates with Winky. He was a straight edge student. Nobody relates with
I
him.
don't belong here.
We'll see later, okay?
At least almost everyone has at least one crazy shit that they did or they seen in high school. So Winkit, with you, do you have at least something that's mildly crazy that happens when you're in high school?
Okay. So I'm gonna. Okay, so the topic for today is crazy adventures that.
Okay, it doesn't have to be crazy.
We did in
lah.
high school,
I
right?
think
Okay.
adventures.
Yeah.
How crazy can you get? It's high school anyway.
Okay, I don't think I have much adventures, but this is one of the things that impacted me the most during high school. Okay, something that happened during high school. So just a basic background, of how was I in high school. So basically, in primary school that time, I was someone who is very active, very outgoing, friendly that time. Then
What
I was
happened?
being made fun of, being kind of bullied a bit, so I kind of just toned down completely. So I appeared in high school, Form 1, as a new kid, quiet, introverted, and just
Who hurt you?
so he goes to high school. I'm a very studious person. I study a lot. Okay, so the craziest thing I've done is from 1 until Form 5, I got number 1, yes.
Did you?
I did. Yeah. But what happened was, up until I was Form 4, I was the one who is, if you are the smart student in school, that means pretty much most of the teachers will like you. But then, there's always that one bitchy teacher who decided not to like you.
What's her name? What's her name?
Call her out right now.
Hi! Okay,
One.
back until I was Form 4 that time, basically before that I was quite quiet, I was very studious. I just go to class and study. I was in a group of friends also, I didn't talk much on. I was the most quiet one. But then up until Form 4 that time, I kinda learned I was comfortable with everyone already. So I kinda start pointing class a bit. It's like, I follow my friends around. Basically our class, we were the first class in the school. Like Form 4, we were the first class, but we were the naughtiest. Like the whole school known us for that naughtiest, and even the back class cannot compete with us.
Compelled to
Until the principal, at the end of the Form 4, the principal and all the what they call it, the Penang Kalang all have to hold a meeting, say they have to separate the Form 4 class into 2 class in Form 5. That was how bad we were at that time. We were very noisy. I think we make some teachers cry also that time. Make some teachers cry also. Just skip class, and then just basically we just flunk our whole Form 4 lah. Except for me. Yeah, I still did well in my exam. Okay, so basically there was this, I think she was my class teacher at that time. She was this teacher that I just got very close to lah.
Yeah.
It's like everything I ask her, I feel very comfortable with her lah. But then other than that also, as far as I remember, I still finish all my homework and all. High school you have to do your homework, finish your homework and all. But then I was smart, so every time I finish the work in class, I would just go to the back of the class and sleep, while the rest of the students are still doing,
Oh, that's smart.
because they are slow.
He's calling out whoever that goes to the same school. You know now.
You don't have to.
He's calling you out
shit.
now.
Okay, anyway.
But then this teacher, despite all the good grades that I get during that time, despite me doing all the work, she still didn't. I didn't know she hold a grudge on me, something like that. She just felt like everyone has to follow her way of studying. Everyone has to stay focused in class. Everyone has to, just do all things her way. So this teacher, behind my back, went and called my father. So I directly called my father when my father was at work. So a typical Asian father. Actually, my father doesn't care about my studies much. It's more on my mother's side.
Your story
My mother is the
anyway.
one who came me from Form 1 to Form 5 one. Yeah, if I get bad results. So my dad is just the working type. And he's the type that just scold the kids all along with stupid, idiot, the whole thing. So basically, I think most of our brothers are scared of my father lah. That's
I'm so sorry.
the scary kind of authoritative. Basically, we didn't have conversation with our father. there's only scolding or what do you want to eat. There's only scolding and what do you
just
want to
a
eat.
bear.
No, very big gap. So she went and called my father behind my back. So that day I had quite a good day at school as usual. What's there not to our class is the most fun. So after he finished the school, my dad picked me up that day. He was in the car. So I walked to the school very happily. My brother was already in the car. I walked into the car, I opened the car door only, then I sit inside, then he straight away shouted at me. It's like, what the heck are you doing at school? Okay, he said in Cantonese, but basically I think we could make it vulgar. It's like, what the fuck are you doing in school? So you were sleeping in class when your teacher is teaching, is it? So basically at that time I was like stunned already because he shouted very loud. I remember he shouted very loud. Then me and my brother was just shocked at the time. I think there were some friends outside the car also looking into the car. It's like, he shouted quite loud. It's like, what the fuck are you doing in school? You know, the teacher called me during at work. Then I was like, I tried to explain. I was like, I finished my work, I sleep. What's wrong with that? then he just didn't hear. He just keeps scolding.
Yeah.
So all the way back. So until that point, then the next day, basically the teacher that I love the most, she know what she did lah. Then I told all my friends lah. So basically, during that, I think that 1 month we just boycott her class. Yeah lah, we just.
You mean like you just skip her class?
I went into a class, I sit to a bed, or class I don't do anything. I sleep in front of her. You don't want me to sleep, right? I sleep.
Silent protesting.
That was the most rebellious I could ever got. Then she was still bragging in front of the class. No, someone like to sleep in the class, so I decided to call his father up. And I was like, what?
You.
The teacher said that.
Yeah, he said that in front of everyone. In
So
front of everyone.
petty though.
Then me and my friends were just like, we didn't say anything lah. We didn't say upfront lah. It's just like, fuck you lah. Really, I'm done with you. So basically, that was the thing that impacted me. But basically, I always wish that I would meet one teacher that could really mentor me properly. That could really be someone that I look up to and I could talk to comfortably. But it's like, this is the final one that actually put me into the mindset that I must always maintain a gap with whatever teacher or whatever lecturer I have. Because before that also there were several teachers that I like very much, even in tuition or primary school. But they just basically all end up mess up lah. Because they have high ego, they were stubborn, they were petty and all kinds of shit. It's like,
Most of the time.
why can't you just be a proper teacher?
Adults.
You have to
can
bring all
be-
your shitty attitudes into your teaching.
Yeah.
Exactly. Most of the times adults can be rather disappointing.
So yeah, that was my. It's not an adventure, but it's just one of the things that impacted me during high school lah.
I'll be honest with you, it's actually more than I expected.
Yeah,
Of
same.
course.
Yeah, it's more than I expected. I was expecting like some really mundane stuff, but okay, not bad. Quite a juicy story.
Yeah, because
Thank you for sharing.
I remember he texted me, he was like, I got no good crazy
Yeah,
stories.
it's pretty
Like,
good,
I'm a
dude.
straight A student, I don't know what you expect. I'm like, damn, you're boring.
And I'm so sorry your dad put you through all that.
It's
not
okay.
Proper mentoring ways. Parents, y'all gotta man your shit up.
He's just a very typical Asian kind of father, I
Yeah.
guess. That doesn't listen and only thinks he's right.
It's so sad, like the whole
Mhm.
Asian parenting lifestyle. That's a topic for a different day.
So back to some real crazy adventures, okay? So who's next?
Kaho?
Kaho?
Oh, okay lah. My story is not that crazy, I would say.
Oh,
Crazy-ish.
Why suddenly?
Kind of crazy-ish, right? So, I don't know why my school, SMK Sri Sarjana, right?
Censored.
Oh, are you supposed to censor it? Are you being censored?
Maybe.
Oh, damn.
We're censoring it.
I wanted
Either
you
way,
guys-
we're censoring it.
I wanted you guys to know the school I was from. So anyway, I went to this school, and I don't know why this school had like. It was
What?
really futuristic, right? So the thing was, you get in at 6 a.m. You're not allowed to leave the school until school's out. So even if you go in, you pass the border.
Schools like that.
No, but hear me out. If you go
Okay.
into school and you left something in the car, you're not allowed to go out to the car to get it. They have to come to you
Okay.
to give it to you, that kind of thing. They were that strict because my school had like discipline problems. So we go into school, and the first thing we're supposed to do is that we're supposed to take attendance. Now my school had this machine where they would actually scan your biometrics, your
Ooh.
thumb. You have to scan your
Oh, that's
thumb.
futuristic.
You scan your thumb.
Really?
You key in the last two numbers of your IC number, and you will be marked as present. If you don't scan your thumb, an automated message would be sent to your parents. Yeah. That happened. So and I was dumb, I was young, I was dumb. I didn't know why. They handed me out a form and they were like, parents contact number. So I just gave them my parents contact number.
Why?
Yeah, I didn't know it was
choice
I didn't know it was going to be used for that. So I gave my parents number. And then I told my friends about it and they were like, why are you so stupid? You should have just given them your phone number or a fake number.
Oh, yeah, true.
So if you want to skip, they'll just send it to that number instead of your parents. But I didn't know that, so I gave that to them. So we had that machine. And I was also class monitor for my class. That's how I abused my power. And then through my connections, I found out that the teachers don't actually cross-reference and check the thumb in.
So they only look at the papers.
Yeah,
that you
they
send
only
in.
look at the paper you send in. They don't
Okay.
even bother looking at the record of who thumbs in and who doesn't thumb in, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So when I found out about that, I discovered the loophole. Right? So what I would do is, we would on days that I decided to skip class, I would go to school. I would thumb in. I would write my own name on a piece of paper, and I would hand it to my assistant. She would look at the piece of paper. She would look at me. She'll go, okay. So she knew what she had to do. Alright, so this is what we did. On days, and I don't know why. Of all the years, I chose to do this Form 5, the final year of high school, when we had SPM, the most important year of high school. But I did it anyway. So most of the times we did it were, no, I wouldn't say most of the times. I think it was very even. Sometimes when we did it, it was pre-planned the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Other times it was just spontaneous. So if it was pre-planned, what we did was we would go into school, we would sit through the assembly, we would go up to class, and the minute we get to class, what we did was we removed the glass panes from the window. We would actually leave our bags.
Last time the glass pane is one by one.
Yeah.
So,
So we removed the glass panes from the
Okay.
window, and we actually chucked our bags outside of the classroom. Now our class was on the highest floor, I think, but I think right outside our window was just very small ledge.
Okay.
So we just chucked our bags there, and we put the glass panes back, and then we leave class. So we stash our bags there, we leave class, and I don't know about your schools, but my entire school, surrounding the school, on the walls of the school, had barbed wire mesh to keep students in or people out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So, but again, I found another loophole. And it was so dangerous because this was right outside the teacher's lounge.
Okay.
It was right outside the teacher's lounge where the barbed wire was dented. So what we did was, we had a man stand right outside the teacher's lounge, one man at the staircase, and while the rest of us were at the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So we had lookouts. We would throw a shirt over the barbed wire to make sure it was safe, and we would climb out. And then one by one, they would make their way. They would take their turns climbing over the thing. So once we were over the wall, we were actually in those very big drains that looked like rivers,
Okay.
right? So once we were there, we would walk all the way to the end of it. And when we got to the end of it, there was this very tall wall. There's no way you can climb the wall alone. So there's no way you could do this if you're alone.
Well, your school is like it's like castle.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I feel like this, like he's
It's like obstacle
he's
challenge,
like
you know?
training to be a assassin or something, right? They have to go through
Barbed
have
wire,
training
drains,
plan.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
go on.
calculated.
I'm telling you, and like so when we got to the wall, like it would literally be like in the movies, hop, that kind of thing, and then we would push each other up, and then the last man would be down there, then we would go over and we would pull him up, that kind of thing. And the minute we came up at Ajiman Mama in Sri Petaling. So it would be so random. Days where we planned to do it, we would do it, and then the next day we would either go into the internet cafe, the cyber cafe, or we would sit at the mama and just chill, have breakfast, and then go back to somebody's house. I remember in 2009, I think in 2009 we wanted to watch the NBA playoff finals. It wasn't even planned. We went to school. We were thinking, all right, you know what? Let's just go to school today. Then a friend of mine came up to me and said, "Yo, dude, like today's the NBA playoffs." Then we looked at each other. You wanna? Okay, so we did it. We went back home to his place and we watched the game. That's it. Other days, we had cravings for food that we couldn't get in our school. I think at the time we had a craving for Carl's Jr. chili cheese fries. So we went to school. We didn't plan for this. We're like, guys, I'm craving for that chili cheese fries. You want to do it? Okay, let's do it. So we climbed out of school. we took the U71 bus, 50 cents all the way to Meat Valley just to get Carl's Jr., you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, and then some days we don't even plan it. We would go to school. There would be that one subject. Like, God damn it, guys! I really don't want to go to math today.
Okay.
You want to do it? And then we would do it, that kind of thing. I remember there were a couple of times we used this trick. We had like right after assembly, we had PE where we had to play sports, and our padang, our football field, was actually outside our school. So what we do is we would go to PE. We would have fun now. We wouldn't skip PE, obviously. Why would we skip PE?
PE is the best.
I don't want to skip PE, right?
I mean, no lah. I mean, I didn't want to because we like sports. So we stayed for PE. And then every time after PE, you know, you get so buzzed. You're like, oh my god, that was so fun. Oh, we gotta go back to school now. You wanna? So we would do it. And what we would do is we would play like football in the field. We kick the ball all the way to that end, and then we'd be like, we gotta go get the ball.
Then you go missing with the ball.
Yeah. And then we walk all the way to the other end of the field.
Do you throw the ball back in?
We did. We kicked it hard enough just so that it would roll all the way back there.
So it slowly roll back from the corner.
Yeah. By the time, and then we would just, and then the fence surrounding the field at the time at that spot there was a hole, so we just climbed out, bus anywhere you want to go, you know. But
you get caught?
This came around to bite me in the ass. So my class teacher, she eventually got pregnant, so she had to go on maternity leave. So my relief teacher, my replacement teacher, was an ex-student who was the head prefect. Who was the head prefect of his year. Who was the head prefect of his year. And I didn't know that he was suspecting us for skipping class. I just thought that he's like, wow, this guy just never
Haven't
comes.
seen you.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while. Maybe something's up. You know, but he kind of knew that we were skipping class. So I think one morning, we weren't in school. We skipped school. We climbed out to do some shit. I think we went to play pool, and then we went back to my friend's house, and we got into his room. His phone rang. So okay lah, I'm like chill. He went down. He picked up his phone. He came back. It's like, dude, the teacher called, and I'm like, no, you're kidding me. I had my phone in my hand, so I was like, oh yo shit. If he called you, he's probably gonna call my dad. And true enough, 30 seconds later, my phone rang. It was my dad, and I was like, oh god. I had like 7 seconds the most to think of an excuse. But it worked. 7 seconds later, I picked up the phone. My friend had those mini whiteboards, so he drew.
What you do?
Yeah,
Planning it.
yeah.
Okay.
He like wrote stuff down like that, and he just gave me ideas, and I saw one of the things he wrote was chess competition, and I'm like, oh yeah. At the time, my school was having an out-school chess competition where students were sent out of school to participate.
So
in
you
chess
said you went to the
competitions.
chess competition.
Yes. So I told my dad that actually my school's having a chess competition. I had a friend who last minute didn't show up to school, and they needed a replacement, and the teacher just pulled me aside like that and asked me to go, and I didn't get a chance to tell. I didn't get a chance to tell anyone.
That was a bit.
So that's why.
Your dad accepted that?
Yeah, my dad.
What did your dad respond?
My dad bought it, but he just gave me the talk about how I have to be responsible. Like, okay, fine, I get it. You didn't skip school, but like you gotta be responsible. You can't just disappear like that. You know, because of this, it's so inconvenient. Your teacher thinks you skip school, and then you're gonna get a bad name. And then he called me and he had to bother me at work, that kind of thing like that. So I'm like, okay, go. We never skipped school after that. That was the closest time
to
we ever
death.
got. Yeah, the closest time we ever got caught, and after that we never skipped school again.
Oh my god.
I like the whiteboard part.
Yeah.
FBI planning.
Yeah.
Like your friends is a literal like ride or die friends, like legit.
I'm telling you, one of my friends, his mom was a teacher there, and he skipped school with us, and that we really gave props to him. Like it was really hard for him to do that, but he couldn't come on he didn't come with us every time we did it, but I would say he came quite a few amount of times to actually avoid the mother.
Do you get to meet back the relief teacher after that?
Yeah lah. After that incident, I came back to school. I stopped skipping school because why would I do it? It's so scary. I saw him lah, and I looked at him, and he looked at me. And I just gave him the nod. He gave me the nod, and
He probably thought that you got like a scolding or something.
yeah, probably, I don't know, but
It's a nod that it's all over.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. We're done.
yeah.
I still scored badly for his subject. So anyway, yeah, that's my crazy story. But I want to say, don't skip school. Kids, stay in school. Trust me, it's not
What?
worth it. Okay, fine. That final year of high school was fun, but I paid the price. Like I had like really shitty SPM results. People say like, oh my god, I got shitty results, and like my results are like B's, A's, B's. No, mine was shitty. I had C's, I had D's, I had E's, and I was a science student. So I'm not proud of what I did, but I'm just saying like, you know, like don't just don't skip school.
It's a great memory to go back either way.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there are ways for you to have fun in school without skipping school. Just don't do what I did.
Don't skip high school. Skip university classes.
That actually makes more sense.
Yes.
That actually makes more sense. But skip responsibly.
Wow,
if you do.
Okay.
Skip responsibly if you do. Okay, please don't. Okay, anyway, yeah, that's
Okay,
mine.
Fiqah,
Yeah,
back to you.
What about you? Do you have any stories?
Me, I don't think mine is as clever as yours, because mine is still it happened in high school, but it happened on Form 1. Like early on, and I could say this is partly is also because in Form 1 I went to an all girls school, and I kind of got into with bad people, I guess you could say, like skip school and everything.
From one.
And
From one skipping school.
like I said, I was with the wrong people, and they were also living like near. So what we'll do is my school, some days they are strict, like teachers will literally stand on the front, but because we were the afternoon sessions, right, so usually teachers don't usually hang out much because it's hot and everything. So it's usually like how we skip school is actually pretty easy. We just go in, pretend to go in, then we go back out.
You can go
Just
out.
right through the main
Yeah,
door.
just the main door. Like as long as nobody sees, like we'll go in and then we'll look around, and if there's like no one around, even the guard was like, he's rarely there. So like we see there's no one, okay, I'll leave. And sometimes we plan it like separately, so I'll come and then I leave and then I wait for them on like a bit further away, and then they'll come and I guess like the
School
one
is so free.
yeah, and I feel like the one time it got really crazy for me was when like okay, we go to a girls' school, we don't see guys,
Okay.
right? So you're
So?
talking about this bunch of girls, like I have this one friend that's apparently dating a guy at another place
Oh.
and everything. So she was like, hey, let's skip school, I'll bring you to meet up with him and his friends, maybe you guys could like hang out and everything, you know, the shit.
It's like blind dating.
And you know, you're just at that age where you're just thirsty as hell to get a boyfriend and shit, you know, like you're just at that
Were you?
age.
Huh?
Were you
Were
too?
you not?
Thirsty to get a partner?
Actually, I wasn't.
Really?
I mean, I had a crush on someone, but I wouldn't say I'm like
Like
I'm thirsty. Like the minute I get one, I'm like yes, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I guess it's a like when you go to an all girls school or an all boys,
So you get more thirsty.
it's just a little bit more.
Because all the hormones flock
enhances
together,
it.
so it increases the hormones, is it? Okay,
But it's
go on.
partly just because like you don't see boys, right? So the moment you see boys, you kind of like, oh. I guess that's the way to say it.
Do you get
but-
a close up? Okay, go on.
But yeah, so we skipped school, and she was like, okay, we're taking the bus to go meet up. So we literally make a plan for this. Like we
How many
even
of you?
brought, I think there was like 3 of us, like same age and everything, same class, and we took a bus. We even like, because we planned it, so we even have like extra clothes. So we changed afterwards, and took a bus. I think it was like took the train and then took the bus. I can't remember where's the place anymore, and got to a bunch of like, is it condos? It's more like,
Apartments.
oh no, condos.
Condos.
Small condos. Yeah. So meet up with like her friends and everything, and I think by the point, cause we finished at like 6:30 ish, right, for afternoon sessions. I remember I was like excited and I was like, yeah, having fun. But I remember by the time it gets to like 6:30, I'm like, oh shit, we probably should get home so my mom is not, you know, like suspicious and everything. But it was so hard. I kept on going like, should we get home? Like, should we start going? And she's like, no, have fun first. You know, we'll tell something to your mom. Like, we'll send you back. All those bullshit. You know.
The guys.
It's like, no, my friend. And even like obviously the guy's not gonna go anywhere. They're at their home already. So he's just like, no, we'll make us something, like we'll even send you something, like get you a taxi or something. And I was like, okay, but like it just is at the back of my mind, like thinking like, I feel like I really should be right now. I'm already skipping school. I'm already meeting guys and everything. Like I probably should get home, but he just won't leave. And I'm just like, it's fine. Until, at one point my mom started calling me. This was, dude, legit. I can't even believe I did it. But it was already like 8 something, like turning to 9. We were still at that place, and I remember my mom's just calling like, where are you? And I'm like, I was like looking at my friend. I'm like, shit, what the fuck did I say? They're like, just stay away into the hospital. So we went with it. I was just like,
what?
I was like, oh my god, something happened to my friend, and I was there. So I followed them to the hospital, and she's still here. And mom was like, what happened? I'm like, something happened. I don't know. She convulsed or something. We're at the hospital and everything. I'm like, she's like, so when are you gonna get home? Who's with you? I'm like, her family just came over. We're gonna I'm on my way back or something. I can't remember what the hell I said, but I remember that was like the main like focus of my story. Like, she went to the hospital, blah 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 blah. I was there, blah blah blah. And I was like, you know, it's getting late, it's getting dangerous. I'm like, yeah, we're on our way. And I was literally like signaling to my friend like we gotta go, we really gotta go. So we did. When I think I went home almost 10. Like, my mom was the one that ended up picking me up at school, because my friend's house was literally across the school.
Yeah.
So I remember I was just telling them, I'm like, okay, stay with me, so that when my mom picks me up, she doesn't go batshit crazy. So my mom did pick me up. She kept on asking, like, what happened? What do you mean you went to the hospital? And I'm like, I don't know, it was crazy. But honestly, when I think back, I most probably look stupid as hell. Like, I'm pretty sure my mom knew that I was like lying my ass out about it.
Do you ask her back today?
I don't. But
Why not?
I have a feeling, because it's like, it happened in that rebel phase. My form 1 was like the worst. Like, I was like skipping school and everything. Shit happened. So it's the year that I don't like to talk about. And me and my family just, we kind of just pretend that shit never happened. We just kind of go through a glance. But I just remember, like, I was like convincing myself, like, yeah, she bought it, because she didn't scold me after that. She's just like, next time you really should call us. And and I'm like, yeah, I know it's my fault. And I went home and didn't get scolded. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's because my mom knew about it, but she didn't want to like drag it so hard. She like she probably thinks like I'll get over it or something. But yeah, I just remember thinking, how the why? You know, it's like, why did I go through that road? Like I'm pretty sure I was so. It was such an unbelievable story that there's no way mama would accept it. Like, when I think about it nowadays, I'm like, God, I'm just surprised my mom didn't kick me out of the house or something for pulling those kind of shit, you know?
I'm surprised how your mom and his dad reacted. I was like, okay. My dad didn't react that way.
You should try it sometime, man.
I guess
Okay.
it's different. My mom will react like that on, I guess, sometimes on small stuff, but when it comes to this
Isn't that
big stuff,
okay?
she doesn't. I know the thing about my mom is like, I know when she's angry and when she's more disappointed. When she's angry, she just screams. Like, sometimes it could be a minor problem, and then she'll like scream like it's a big deal, and you know, it's just a normal thing with moms. But when she gets disappointed, she won't scream at it. She'll just like sit with it. She's like, you gotta tell me what I did wrong and everything, or that. And I'll be like, dude. Like, that's the thing about my mom. That's where I can figure out when to adjust to her emotions.
So wholesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mom. I brought so many shit on you on that first year. Legit. But yeah, I would say I don't regret doing it. Like, yeah, it was a shitty thing for me to do, but I think that year, all those rebel shit that I did really did make me a better person, I guess you could say. But it's only because when I look back, I understand how it was actually shitty of me to do it, and I don't want it to happen to anybody else. So yeah, don't make up bullshit stories.
Yeah, you know, I feel like if you have that rebel phase in high school, like we're not encouraging it. If you don't have it, that's fine. But if you do have it, I would say that just tread carefully with it. Like
yeah,
you know,
especially
like-
when it's like with your parents.
yeah, like just put a lid on it and like control it. Don't just let go completely and just lose your shit.
It's
you
like
know?
a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
You can rebel, but
Yeah, I think
still
it
stay
has to be
normal a
like
bit.
controlled,
I guess
supervised, that kind
It
of shit.
has to be something that you can laugh over when
Yeah.
like
I mean, if you
in
don't
the
do
future,
if you don't
have
do
to
the
laugh
crazy
over
shit,
it.
you wouldn't have stories to tell. You wouldn't have.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like it's something that we
But
have to
it
go
wouldn't
through.
make you who you are today as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
legit do feel like I had to go through that to be how I am now. I'm not saying I'm a perfectly fine person now. I do still have some issues, but I would say that really makes me think like after a few years when I think back, I'm like, oh shit, I really should have been smarter in picking my friends because I was fine. I was in like the first class. That shit made my my form 1 results shit. That on the second year when I moved school, I had to go to like the 4th class, and I started focusing a bit more, and then so my form 3 I actually moved back up to the first class. So
Someone is smart.
friends excuse me. But yeah, friends really do make or break, legit.
Alright, you know. Thanks for sharing. Like it's really nice to hear all these
Yeah.
stories from you guys, you know. So yeah, I think
Crazy
that
high school.
yeah, high school can't live without.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all we have time for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back. Thank you very much.
See you.
Bye. What's up, guys? Kao here. And in this episode of Story of Things, we spoke about high school adventures, crazy high school adventures, right? It was a pretty fun episode to shoot, not gonna lie. We had a lot of fun reminiscing about memories and adventures we embarked on when we were younger in high school. I'm pretty sure all of you have similar adventures you guys would like to share. So if you guys have any of your adventures or memories or crazy memories that you guys had in high school, please do let us know in the comment section below. And if you like our video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more videos in the future. We'll be having more episodes where we cover various other topics, and it's going to be fun.